Hello, and welcome back. Friday morning, 9 o'clock, sales video. Stop the music. So yesterday, got the 20, I think it was 22 of the DVD size items, DVDs. There were a couple games and stuff in there, a couple audiobooks, got all that up and listed. Took down like another 30 and did some sell similars. So I had 50 altogether. I got done. Didn't go anywhere, just stayed in. Stopped trading fairly early, but either way, not doing a whole lot today. Just going to stay local and come back and see what I get and go from there. Oh, and I got those DVDs put away and all the books put away. So staying on top of what you're doing as for listings and inventory and putting the stuff away is always key. Knowing where the stuff is, not having it out all over the place is very key. So I try to, like for example, for the CDs, I try to list what I can. That way the box stays full. I still have some room in the DVD size boxes. Well, I can't see them now. These boxes still have room in some of the numbers that are in the higher range. So I could probably fit another 20 to 30 in between what's loose in there, or the space that's available in those. And the books, when I go to list, I try to at least eyeball, make sure that there's room in the boxes for me to put all the new listings in different boxes. I just don't like to have stuff that's loose and sitting around. It doesn't really, I mean, you're likely to know where it's at if you keep a structure on putting stuff away. If you don't keep that structure and you just have a pile somewhere and then you put a little piece of paper, these were listed on this day, and then you have another pile. If you have that organized, that can help. If you don't, then you're moving stuff around in order to find, let's just say, a book that sold. And now you're shifting around all the other books somewhere else. Now those are no longer in that pile because you forgot to move them back. So just staying organized is key. It is a sales video. Let's find out what's sold. This Tai Chi Arthritis DVD, 15. So if you're new here, I round up, round down. That was $14.85, so I rounded up to 15. If it was $14.44, it would have been 14. The Ghost Poets CD, Michael Stanley. I think I have one more of these. I found a few throughout the many of months. And another little tidbit that although you may get something that's identical, especially if it's used, if it's identical, open it up, make sure that the CD, the base of it is the exact way it should be, and the disc, so this one has minor scuffs on it, as it's minor enough to where I won't have to resurface it. And I have another one that's very, very mint, and the other one had to be resurfaced. So don't just go in and just hit, oh, I've got 3 of them in one listing. If they differ in condition, make it a different listing. But 22. Love Song, Feel the Love. So I completely replaced this case. It was very cracked in the back, and it had a thick layer of just grime on the cover. So I replaced the case, just listed this over the weekend. 24. This Battle something. Battalion Wars 2, 19. Cones and Glazes. And speaking of books, I got a question from yesterday's video, me explaining book club edition. And so I will kind of express a little on what I responded with. So book club edition will typically have just that minimal, real minimal information, typically on the bottom of the copyright page, and it will give a year. It's not going to give all the other addresses, and it's not going to be full. A first edition doesn't always have to have first edition on it. If it has a string of numbers, the lowest number showing, so if it's 98765 then there's no other numbers, that's going to be the fourth print. And most likely, if it doesn't have second edition or third or fourth or something somewhere else on that page, if it's 98765 I think that's what I said, and there's no edition showing, it's the fourth printing of the first edition. There's other little nuances to that I'm not really going to go over right now. That's not the intent of this video. I did respond with that when I do have a sales day when there's varying books, that there's, for me to show that difference, that's when I'll explain a little more. But that's the basic. Not all first editions have first edition wrote in them. That is, again, is nuanced primarily by the author. It may be because a lot of this I know from selling, and some of it I do have my own questions, so I look it up myself. So I'm not going to go over those little nuances right now. But what I just said is primarily what I did answer with. All right. James Last plays Abba. Zamba, my only friend. $12. The Anna Nicole Smith Show, $39. Rudolph, sealed, $13. Planet Sheen, X-Library, DVD set, $19. And the Four Tops Japan import, hopefully, well, I don't know. It's going to Great Britain. I looked at the little ID thing and it read GB, Great Britain. May just be a collector of Four Tops, or maybe a collector of import or Japanese. Don't know. But what did I get for that one? $47. So it's $298 in sales, $265 product cost received. So if you're new here, I say product costs received. That's what the buyer, that's what the amount was showing that I had it listed for. And then the sales amount is going to include any type of sales tax they have to pay, any VATs for international, anything like that. So those are the difference. The main one that I'm looking for is the product cost received, because that's what I'm primarily paid on, minus fees and the shipping and the fees promoted. If it went promoted offsite, well, offsite's a little different. And the final value fee, which is pretty much 15%, close enough to that for physical media, for most physical media. Most. I want to say that like computer software or something is like 12%. I don't pay attention. I just do my math at 15%. And at the end of the month or the end of the year, my percentage costs to my sales is 31, 32, sometimes 33%. Not really for the end of the year. I think end of the year for last year, it was 30.8% is what it costs for all the final value fees, all the promoted fees, all the offsite fees, all the shipping. There's that. So I guess get the video posted, get the stuff packaged, go head down local, that way I can get back and get some of the CDs done. And if I have to make another box of CDs, I guess I will. If I have it and if I keep putting it off, then well, I don't run a death pile, but it just doesn't get listed in that timely manner. When, well, if you have stuff to list and if you're not doing anything with it, it's just collecting dust on a shelf that no one is seeing. Best way to try to sell something is to let people see that you have it. So I'm going to wrap that one up. Like what you heard, like what you saw, like what you learned. Be organized with your inventory. We'll go with that one. Tell me you think you're going up. Comment down below. Subscribe, share. Those all help. Channel's growing. More people are learning that physical media and eBay. You can make money doing it. Appreciate it.